Welcome back. We'll change gears now to take you to Abuja, where Maokwe Ogun Yusuf is standing by with more on the news at 10. Hi, Maokwe.
Hello, Amarachi. It's good to see you. Well, here, 23 new confirmed cases of Lassa fever have been reported in 8 states in Nigeria. They are Edo, Ondo, Bauchi, Nasarawa, Taraba, Gombe, Kaduna, and Cross River states. In spite of this, there's been a decline in the number of new infections for the 4th consecutive week this year. Our correspondent, Mary Alale Yusuf, reports.
This week, there have been 6 new Lassa fever deaths, 1 each in Edo, Ondo, Bauchi, Nasarawa, Taraba, and Cross River states. In the same time frame, out of 23 new cases, 2 new healthcare workers, both in Edo State, have been affected. The highest number of new cases are in Edo State. Since the beginning of the outbreak in 2019, 83 deaths have been reported from 381 confirmed cases across 21 states. According to the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, a total of 55 patients are currently receiving care at treatment centers in Edo, Ondo, Ebonyi, and 6 other states, with health workers following up on 1,987 contacts in 18 states. Lassa fever is a viral hemorrhagic disease contracted from rodents, which can be prevented by avoiding contact with rats, putting food away in rodent-proof containers, washing hands with soap and water, and keeping the surroundings clean. Mary Alale Yusuf, Channels Television News.
And in the aftermath of elections, the table seems to have turned as those believed to have been behind the alleged attack on a Deputy Commissioner of Police, Kola Okonla, in Brass, Bayelsa State, during the National Assembly elections have been apprehended. According to the police, 3 suspects, a certain Honorable Israel Sani Gioli, the ringleader, Tamara Preye Victor, and Azi Newton, have been arrested and are in the custody of the Nigeria Police Force at the headquarters in Abuja. DCP Kola Okonla was allegedly attacked by the hoodlums while he was leading the team providing protection for INEC officials, voters, and voting materials in Tuan, Brass Town in Bayelsa State. The police say they are in search of the remaining suspect and they will soon be arraigned in court. And First Bank is 125 years this year, and to kickstart what will be a year-long celebration, the institution's management team and members of staff joined guests to hoist a new flag at its corporate headquarters in Marina, Lagos. On the various achievements and plans for the future, the bank's managing director and chief executive officer, Mr. Adeshola Adedunton, says the brand is on a definitive mission to create a strong global presence. Details for further anniversary events will unfold in the coming days.
What a day in the life of an institution that has continued to show strength, capacity, and showing no signs of slowing down. It's 125 years of First Bank, 125 years of doing business in Nigeria.
On behalf of the Board of Directors of First Bank,
a whole lot of activity which will run throughout the year begins with a flag hoisting ceremony for the anniversary, depicting sovereignty and strength of First Bank in honor of an illustrious journey.
Hoisting of flag denotes that we are here to stay. We are going to be here in perpetuity in terms of the bank. And for us, all actions, decisions, process and technology that we are implementing today in the bank are built to last.
How and what makes them dominant in the financial services landscape partly rests on ability to lead disruption, be a part of it, and always ready to be disrupted.
To celebrate 125 years is not just good, but to build on the foundation that has been laid.
Is a widely diversified financial services group, and we bring synergy and collaboration.
All of this and more is the strong spine that is derived from a corporate culture.
It's about sustainable, profitable growth, but it's also about doing right by our customers. We put the customers at the heart of our business. But the customers are not the only people who are at the heart of our business. Our staff are also at the heart of our business. I think that's the winning formula.
There's so much to say when you've successfully done a business for 125 years.
We're aggressively involved in agriculture because we recognize that the agro-allied value chain is major to the Nigerian economy.
The business district of Marina stood up for the official hoisting right there at the bank's iconic structure. The anniversary flag is a combination of the bank's iconic logo, the elephant, the figure 125, the embroidered fabrics from different cultures representing the nations, people and diversity, the Nigerian map representing their roots, and the world map representing global footprints, a white background to depict success, safety and mastery of financial services.
Well, happy anniversary to First Bank. That's all from Abuja. It's back to Lagos now for business news with Kayode Okikiolu.
Thank you, Malkwe, and you're welcome to Business News. InfraCredit has presented its guarantee for the operator of Shiroro Hydroelectric Power Plant. That's North-South Power Company Limited's 8.5 billion naira first infrastructure bond. Now, the 15-year, 15.6% Series 1 green bond was issued on Wednesday as the first certified corporate green bond under a 50 billion naira Nigerian debt issuance program. The facility, which was oversubscribed by over 160%, is approved by the Securities and Exchange Commission and the Debt Management Office, and it will be due for maturity in 2034. Proceeds from the Series 1 green bonds is primarily expected to fund the overhaul of a 150-megawatt hydropower turbine. InfraCredit, a AAA-rated infrastructure credit enhancement facility, is an affiliate of the Nigeria Sovereign Investment Authority. An OPEC oil supply fell to a 4-year low in February as top exporter Saudi Arabia and its Gulf allies over-delivered on the group's supply pact, while Venezuelan output registered a further involuntary decline. Latest survey by Reuters says the 14 OPEC members outfell by 300,000 barrels to 30.68 million barrels per day last month, its lowest since 2015. And this is compared to a total of 30.98 million barrels recorded in January. The biggest drop in supply came from Saudi Arabia, which is OPEC's biggest oil producer, which pumped 130,000 barrels less than in January, followed by Venezuela. Meanwhile, Reuters' survey further indicates that Nigeria trimmed its output but exceeded OPEC targets due to the startup of Total's Egina field. An oil giant, Royal Dutch Shell, faces prosecution by the Dutch Public Prosecutor's Office for criminal charges related to an oil deal that spawned one of the industry's largest corruption scandals. The oil major says that it has received the formal communication that preparations are underway for the commencement of the prosecution process for its involvement in the 2011 purchase of a Nigerian oil field. Italy's Eni SPA and Shell had bought the OPL 245 offshore field for about $1.3 billion in 2011. And more business stories. The federal government will need to build confidence so that more investors will take risks and come into the stock market. Now, that's according to the Director General of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, who says the economy needs more equity and foreign direct investment. Mr. Yusuf was speaking on our business program.
From areas of risk to areas that are not that risky.
Risk-averse
investment. And what that speaks to is the very important need to raise investors' confidence. It's about confidence. When there's a migration from areas where, because investment is about risk, and the more you encourage investors to take risk, the better for the economy. So it is very important that as we step into the new phase of the administration, we build confidence so that more investors will be able to take risk. We want to see more people in equity. We want to see more investment in foreign direct investment and all of that, rather than going into fixed income market. Because investment in equities have more value for the economy. Because you are talking about job creation, you are talking about tax revenue and so on, rather than fixed income market, which is just escalating the borrowing of government.
And the domestic stock market begins the first trading day of March with moderate rebound as investors take advantage of low-priced equities after 3 consecutive days of massive sell-offs. Layo Adegoke has a summary of equities performance for the day.
Welcome to the Stock Market Report. Risk-averse investors who fled the equities markets after the presidential elections seem to be making a gradual comeback as the market reversed some of the losses recorded in the last 3 sessions this week. Buybacks across the generally regressive market saw the all-share index gaining 0.34%, but still below the 32,000 level. Similarly, the total market value came in almost unchanged at 11.868 trillion naira. Looking at the sectoral performance charts, there seemed to have been some slight improvement, though marginally, particularly from the banking sector, the industrial goods sector, while insurance blue chip components pulled the sector's index back by 0.44%. Total volume of shares traded for the day came in lower compared to previous sessions at 341.95 million units in over 4,500 deals, primarily led by the shares of Zenith, Diamond Bank and Transcorp. And that's it on the Stock Market Report. I'm Layo Adegoke.
And that's Business News for tonight. Thank you for watching. I am Kayode Okikiolu.